Indeed, last week the government revealed that the Regulatory Policy Committee, a government watchdog, had raised concerns that ministers had understated the impact of its proposals on the very poorest people in the land. The Labour government going after the very poorest people in the land. Out-nastying the Tories, is that what it sounds like to you? 0345 6060 973, the number. All that effort to get back 5% of the money lost. Not of all of it from fraud, much of it from overpayment. In a moment, I'm going to talk to Helen Barnard, Director of Policy at Trussell, formerly the Trussell Trust. But first to Deven Ghelani, Director of Policy in Practice, and one of the architects of the Universal Credit System. Nice to see you again, Deven. Morning to you.
Morning. Good to be on the show. Great introduction, actually, on all the issues.
Well, thank you. I mean, it's in one sense, it's not really new, this. The government has been, the Tories introduced these powers some years ago. It's just kind of not what I expected a Labour government, the direction of travel for a Labour government to be on.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's a carryover from the previous government, and in some senses written by officials. So if you think about what the DWP can do today, it can take money from people's benefits through benefit deductions. It can take money from people's earnings. And what this bill is saying is we want to be able to take it from people's savings too, particularly where they kind of are no longer known. They're not working at the moment. They're off benefits. But we still think they've kind of taken something from the state that they shouldn't have. We should be able to take that back. Now, I guess my perspective on this is if you're going to say that you can use data to tackle overpayment, fraud and error, why can't you use data to help ensure people are getting the support they're eligible for as well? And what you'll see time and time again from the government is, and in some senses, it's hard to be against this bill if you believe you should be using data to help people access the support they should be getting, because I think they're kind of the two sides of the same coin. But in general, what you see is it's absolutely fine for the government to we've always gone after, we can use public sector data to tackle fraud, to tackle errors, to go after those people that are cheating us, but we'll find it so hard to use data to do the right thing and overcome some of those barriers. Now, I have to say, there has been a bit of a shift in this government's view on, I am seeing the wheels turning very slowly on data governance, allowing data from DWP, potentially even one day, fingers crossed, HMRC, for that data to be used to help ensure people are getting the support they should be getting. Right now, we're working with local authorities, we're working with banks, we're working with collection teams to embed income maximization, making sure people who are struggling coming to the local authority for support or not being able to pay their utility bill, making sure they're able to access the social tariffs and other support that they should be getting. Why can't government do the same thing, right? And I think hopefully we start to see things go in the right direction. But for me, it would be sort of difficult for me to be absolutely against this bill, given it only extends what the government's already doing, and it is using data to do something the state. I'd just like to see it expanded to do things that actually help people, rather than just take money away from them.
If I may say, I think that's an absolutely brilliant observation. I mean, I vaguely remembered when I was preparing for this that there was this quantity of unclaimed benefit each year, and I looked it up, and it's like 22 and a bit billion, and you think, what effort is the government making, successive governments making, to actually let people know that there's all this money out there, twice as much as being frauded or overpaid in error, more than twice as much? Why can't, and as you said, why can't we use this technology for positive as well as negative? Just before I let you go, Deven, I mean, why can't we? What is it about the political mindset, whether it's Labour or Tory, that sees technology only as a means of sort of getting and not giving?
So firstly, I'm glad you pulled out the number. It's a policy and practice report, and we're going to put out some new numbers in a couple of months. I'd love to be back on the show to tell you a bit more about those. But why can't they do it? Well, I always thought when I first went into this, first question I always get is, the government doesn't want it to go out because it'll cost them money.
Yeah.
And that really isn't the case. When I talk to ministers, both previous government and current, they see it as, this is the support that's supposed to be getting to people. How do we make the state more efficient? And really, they're pulling their hair out as well. It's to do with kind of a culture of risk aversion. If we use data and we do it in the wrong way, we're going to get absolutely wrapped on the knuckles, risk kind of promotions, losing our jobs. If you use data in the right way, nothing really good happens. And you have to stay quite focused on this, because it means bringing together data governance, legal teams, technical teams. And if you're a minister and you've got Ukraine coming in, and you've got kind of other horrendous disability benefit headlines, your ability to stay focused on something like that for so long is very difficult. That's something that policy and practice is trying to do, I think, with some success actually from the outside. And again, I remain optimistic. I think we'll see some serious movement on this over the course of this.
Deven, I promise you we'll get you back when the new report comes out. I'd love to talk about that because it's fascinating, these numbers.